When we look at a messy closet, we usually assume we just need more space.
Right, like we just need better organization.
Exactly. Buy some more hangers, get those fancy vacuum-sealed bags. But then you realize the problem isn't the closet space.
No, it's the stuff.
Yeah, it's the fact that you own like 12 slightly different black t-shirts.
Oh, guilty as charged.
Right. Well, welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're taking that exact realization and applying it to your brain, your calendar, and your life.
We're digging into Greg McKeown's book, Essentialism.
And just to be clear, the gist of the book is this disciplined pursuit of, well, less but better.
Yeah, the idea that by focusing on the vital few tasks rather than the trivial many, you make your highest possible contribution.
But we're treating this deep dive as an exercise in critical education. We aren't just summarizing the text for you.
No, we are really breaking down its major claims.
Right. We want to evaluate the reasoning behind them and, frankly, expose some of the logical gaps in McKeown's framework.
So, to start, the foundational claim here is the paradox of success.
Okay, let's unpack this.
So the logic goes like this. Clarity of purpose leads to success, and that success, naturally, attracts new opportunities.
Which sounds great at first.
Right, but taking on those new opportunities diffuses your focus, which then starves your original purpose of resources and ultimately undermines the very success you started with.
That makes sense. It's a clear mechanical failure of resource dilution.
Is it?
This brilliant indie band that gets famous, right?
Right.
And suddenly they try to record in like 5 different genres at once.
They lose their core sound.
Completely. But then the book argues this dilution happens because we suffer from learned helplessness.
Yeah, which in psychology is a conditioning mechanism. It's where a subject experiences repeated negative stimuli and eventually just stops trying to escape.
Because they falsely believe they have no control.
Right, and McKeown claims we undergo the fit work.
Yeah.
Like, we literally forget we have the psychological agency to say no.
See, here is where I have some pushback. Is it really helplessness?
What do you mean?
Well, the book assumes a level of autonomy most people simply don't have. It kind of glosses over genuine workplace power dynamics and urgency culture.
That is a very fair point.
I mean, when your manager hands you a project on a Friday afternoon, saying yes isn't a symptom of psychological conditioning.
No, it's self-preservation.
Exactly. It's self-preservation in an economic system that, actively penalizes setting boundaries. You need that paycheck.
Right, and because modern work environments strip away those boundaries, McKeown prescribes a pretty radical defense mechanism.
The 90% rule.
Yes. He borrows Derek Sivers' metric, which is hell yeah or no.
Which sounds catchy.
It does. It advises you to grade any opportunity on a single vital criterion. If it scores under 90 out of 100, you just automatically reject it.
And here's where it gets really interesting, because doesn't life require complex, multivariable decisions?
Absolutely. The math behind the 90% rule is a massive oversimplification.
Because forcing a complex decision into a single emotional metric basically bypasses the prefrontal cortex.
Right, the logic center of the brain.
Yeah, you end up relying entirely on an emotional spike. You're optimizing for initial excitement rather than, well, actual long-term utility.
It's a weak argument. Judging opportunities on a single 1 to 100 scale is like trying to buy a house based only on its square footage.
Oh, that's a great way to put it.
Right, you're completely ignoring the neighborhood, the property taxes, or whether the roof is caving in. Most choices have critical trade-offs that just can't be cleanly quantified on one emotional axis.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, essentialism acts as an internal version of minimalism.
Yes, exactly.
Instead of throwing out extra physical items to clear space, you're rejecting commitments to clear mental space.
But the sources point out a significant flaw in this logic, mostly through the explore-exploit dilemma.
Right, from computer science.
Yeah, it's a probability concept. To find the optimal solution, an algorithm must first explore by testing a wide, random variety of options to gather data.
It has to cast a wide net.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Only after sufficient exploration can it then exploit the best option by focusing its computing power solely on it.
But McKeown's rigid no strategy encourages you to skip the exploration phase entirely.
Right. If you say no to everything early on, you permanently shut the door to unexpected data.
You literally need a certain volume of yeses just to discover what is actually essential in the first place.
Because overusing negation limits your growth. You don't even know what you're rejecting.
So, bringing it all together, the book's core message, living your life by design rather than by default, is deeply convincing.
Oh, absolutely. Protecting your time is a incredibly solid principle.
But the rigid decision frameworks it proposes to get you there are doubtful.
Yeah, they lack real-world nuance. You really have to find clarity without losing the flexibility to gather new information.
So, what does this all mean for you listening right now? As you look at your own overbooked schedule this week, ask yourself this.
What if the most truly essential opportunity in your life right now is currently disguised as a random, non-essential distraction?